Hey guys, welcome back. It's Paula here with another video. Today we are reviewing our transfers for Transfer Tuesday toward our financial goals. So, apologies for the background. Normally, I am downstairs in my office setting, which has the lights and the stand and the places where I put stuff, and I cannot be bothered to take myself and my computer down there, and my house is currently empty. So, this is what we are working with. So we have three different sources for transfers this week. So the first one is rollover. We got paid on the 2nd. So we had rollover of $43.68 from the previous paycheck when we closed out our budget. And then after we took care of all the required expenses and everything else that we needed with our paycheck, the amount of our check that was able to go toward these financial goals was $644.94. And then we also got a banking bonus that got paid out of $250. And so our total, the amount of money that we're working with in total is $938.62. So I'm going to take us over to the goal setting spreadsheet here. Okay, so here is our goals spreadsheet, our tracker from Debt Free Jessie. So go give that a look-see if you're interested in that. The first goal here at the top of our sheet that we are working on is we are working in total to fund a 3-month emergency fund, so $3,000 per month. Month 1 is entirely funded and off now of the tracker. We are in month 2. Coming into this week, we had $410.73 of that $3,000, and with our paychecks, we put $80 toward that, which brings us up to $490.73 toward month 2. So 16% funded with month 2 and 39% funded with the 3-month emergency fund as a whole. Then we will jump down to our travel goal. I am slowly and minimally saving to have some spending money for the trip that is already paid for that my husband and I are going on for our anniversary in November. So we had $55.61 towards spending money, and I put $25 toward that with this paycheck, which means that we have $80.61 saved, which is 16% funded for our entire travel goal. Then we move up to debt. So the Wells Fargo now is the first balance transfer that we did, even though we had to transfer it again to a different card. Sort of whatever. You've heard the story. So we put in a month the minimum amount on that we need to have it paid off by August of 2026, which is when our 0% interest ends. So that month, monthly amount is like $365, but I put 50 on it with this paycheck. So the balance was $58.29.98. Now it is $57.79.98. So total paid of $1,520.01. And that portion of the goal is 21% funded. Then we come up to the city card. It's a little bit bigger balance, but it was also the bigger loan to begin with. And it is the interest the 0% interest promo runs out first, which is why we're focusing on that first. So if we break this down, that is where we put the rollover. Actually, I need an equal sign. That is where we put the rollover of $43.68. That is where we put the $250 bank bonus. And then the rest of our paycheck, with the exception of what went to emergency fund, travel, and the Wells Fargo card, was $489.94. So our balance going into this, and I had it messed up, and I don't know how I had it messed up, so it's not going to match from last week. But the balance coming into today was $7,011.42. I had it like $11 less than that, and I could not figure out where my math got messed up. Maybe I did figure it out. In any case, that doesn't match what I said last week, but that actually is the balance prior to this payment. So this week we put towards it $783.62, which leaves that the city card at $6,227.80. And 77% of that original balance is paid. So total with this debt, which was all one, is up to 65% paid, $833.62 towards debt combined for the week. So pretty big, exciting week as far as that goes. May is a three paycheck month for us, but typically we don't see the difference really until the end of the month. But it did seem like there were some extra things and there were some areas that we could cut. And so we were just able to push more money towards debt, which is always exciting. So that is where our transfers landed us in the last week. Please like this video on your way out, comment below and let me know how your goals are coming, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.